Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Thursday night matches for the Call of Duty Rec League. I'm Shio, joined by both Mello and Shared today.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
And so today we're going to have two matches for you. We have Blue Division, the Dallas Flat Tires versus the New York SubPar. And then following this up later tonight, we are going to have the New York SubPar against Old Guys LA from the Silver Division. So we're going to have two sets of best of fives for you tonight, as we may already have a lobby issue, as that's been well documented so far by a variety of different tournaments, games. Yes, we had a crash on the host end apparently, so we will be getting back into this lobby shortly.
It happens.
Yes, Yace has just confirmed to me that he crashed.
right on boot up.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk more into, the maps and things going on tonight. So we are following the CDL rule set with our league. So we are going to be starting Hardpoint on Moscow, followed by S&D on Crossroads, Control on Garrison, and then if we need to, we'll have a Crossroads Hardpoint and a Checkmate S&D to finish it off. Is there anything you guys want to say about this?
I'm excited to see some more games. See what happens. See if anyone's still using the MP5 with the nerf. I mean, it's still a really good weapon. So
I really enjoy watching Hardpoint Moscow. People may or may not agree with me on this one, but what I like about it is, as far as the Hardpoint locations, is it almost like switches sides of the map every other, with P1 being in the middle, but then you've got P2 is on the right side of the map, P3 is in the upper left, P4 is on the bottom kind of middle. It just seems like, in my opinion, a relatively even matchup, or a relatively even map. I can't talk tonight, I'm sorry.
Yep, I mean, the only main issue that people have been having, and I'm sure everybody who knows nowadays, has just been spawns. Especially, I mean, I guess Moscow is kind of notorious for this, given how far back some of these side spawns go. Specifically, the bottom left corner, the bottom right corner of the map is just, they're so deep. So even if you're standing on top of it, you're not actually blocking it, which has been a little infuriating. I've seen in games so far, but yeah.
We should. Do we have one of the Hardpoint map to pull up right now, so we can kind of have that up on the stream while we talk about it?
Oh, you're making me hold on. Keep talking.
Yeah. So I mean, specifically with the 4v4 switches now, I'm not sure if this was exactly related or not, but there are only 4 hills on most of these maps now. I believe Moscow, Crossroads, and Satellite, I believe also they're all only running 4 hills compared to the 5 that exist in MW. And I'm pretty sure at one point MW had 20 something hills a map. So thank God that they didn't go through with that. But it makes those rotations, I guess, just so much more important, especially because you're going to cycle through the hills faster. One fewer hill means you're going back to that neutral first hill earlier than normal, right? So the rotations all kind of get reset, and you're fighting for the cross map rotations just so much more often. So I feel like that's been a big change, especially in the 4v4.
All right, we do have the map up on screen now.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right. So, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, what I do like about it, I mean, even the NATO spawn being so deep in the pocket, but look at the spawns 1, 3, and 4. And again, maybe I'm wrong here, but I think it relatively balances itself out. You're moderately close to those points. You can kind of get there relatively quickly. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Alex? Mello?
3 and 4 are kind of on the same side. You can actually chain those two together pretty good, but you're already 2 hard points in at that point. So spawns tend to get messed up as you try to take spawns for 2. So looks like we are loading back in here. If we can't get into this game.
Sync, what do you feel? How do you feel about the potential 3-gun meta that is being, I guess, rumored in the CDL?
So you mean 4 FAMAs? That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That is, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, for those who aren't fully aware or haven't been watching a whole lot of the streams and things right now, it's essentially Black Ops 1 returned. That's Yeah, everyone's running FMRs. I mean, you can already see here if we cycle through all the players, I'm betting 8 of these guys are probably running FMRs. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3.
No, Wooten's dead.
Wooten's
So.
dead. Don't know.
We
Recon,
did-
okay, Recon's got a sub, so it's basically like 3 FMRs and an MP5 running on each of these.
There's another MP5. Another FAMAS and one more FAMAS. So one MP5 on each side, and everyone else is running the FAR.
Yep, exactly. Actually, can I ask that the game volume be turned up slightly? The game is not really audible at all.
I can do that. There you go. Yep. Volume is up. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so we are going to have a pretty even fight. There was only 24 points. About half the time was taken on the first hardpoint, as the new hardpoint is going to take over. We are going to see Dallas in the back spawns, all set up already for P2. As you can see, all of New York is crossing the map right now. And it looks like, I don't know who that was, Big Mac lost the fight on the street, and that means spawns will stay in Dallas's favor.
I have to tell you, running cameras today, and the cameras are instantly switching. It's a great day to be a caster.
So good. So good the other day. You do not understand how happy I was that everything was moving quickly.
So for those who don't know, Modern Warfare, when you're switching cameras on caster, did not switch right away. Sometimes it wouldn't switch at all. So
It's hard to capture those game makers, playmakers happening.
Yeah,
looks like right now we do have Steve holding a pretty decent spot in P2. He is catching New York SubPar kind of off guard as they try to push to that point. And actually, I think Siege right now was able to hold down that point against New York SubPar, giving them a pretty decent, I guess, point accruement. Right now, New York SubPar is actually holding that second point. You do have Dallas Flat Tires currently moving towards to try to see if they can take that point back. I believe P3 is Fountain, correct?
P3 is Fountain.
Yeah. There's also a chat request to turn up Chair.
He is turned up.
I hope,
all right,
that also doesn't go for me. But I also want to highlight, if you look at the scoreboard right now, Siege is 54 seconds. And I mean, this was a little more relevant a minute ago, but everybody else in the lobby was like below 15. So Siege has really put it in that objective time for the team right now.
He may not have the best kill-death ratio on his team, but at the end of the day, when it comes to hardpoint, it's all about the objective, you know, pushing that objective. I'm never one to get the top kills on the team. Personally, I'm lucky if I get better than the worst kills on the team, but at the end of the day, it's all about pushing that objective.
If we are going to see the rotation is already coming in for P4. You do see New York's kind of sandwiched in between players right now. We're going to have number 3 Wooden's kind of sitting in that bottom left boss, and the rest of his team is coming in from the street.
Recon Elite making a double kill there.
And he's almost swaps in time for the third, but he doesn't. And then it's Lost Reactant trading back with 2 of his own before he goes down. But right now we do have Dallas set up on the hard point, making good use of the smokes, actually, which we didn't see a whole lot of in our first matches on Tuesday. Also, for those who are unaware, we have switched our GAs over to more of what the pros are running. So Perk Greed has been banned. Lawbreaker is allowed, except for the overkill part. We're running 2 trophies on the map per team, as Wooden's going to get a huge flank here. He's going to get 1, get 2, and does he see a third on his left? T-Bell steals it off of him, but he clears out the point, and that's going to be Dallas taking about a 20-point lead going into our P1 again.
Dallas' position really good for P1 back in Metro. You do have New York SubPar pushing in that upper Metro area. However, I think Dallas, as I say that, Dallas is starting to clear him out of Metro, and it looks like New York, I'm sorry, I'm switching my teams around, my apologies. New York was able to clear Dallas out of Metro, and they do have it back from them, bringing this back to less than a 10-point game.
Yep. So we do have New York setting back up, and they are going to secure. The lead actually right now. Yates is currently on a 5-kill spree at the moment as T-Bell shuts down Big Mac in the back.
That's actually big.
Looking for his spawns. Yeah, that was the spawn fight. Actually, number 8 just spawned bottom right. Actually, very close.
You do have Big Mac right now trying to move in and secure that spawn. He might actually catch T-Bell off guard. Let's see if we can do it.
T-Bell will get caught. He is going to go down. His entire team is going to spawn way on the bottom left of the map.
This is huge for New York right now. To start getting that nice big long lead
Who's
going
this
into these
backwoods
future.
guy?
Sorry.
We have a fifth player on Dallas for some reason.
What?
I'm sorry, Mello. What was that?
We have a fifth player on Dallas.
A player in the lobby.
Interesting.
Oh, he left.
Okay.
He figured it out.
Did we have a random join in?
We did.
Yeah.
He died once and then he left.
It might have been a friend or something that joined in. He came in, died, and left. So that was kind of interesting. I don't. Yeah. Huh.
Dallas is trying to bring in that clutch player, you know, the anchor.
Yeah, Lost Reactant's actually on a 5 kill spree right now. As he's currently going 15-9, leading his team. T-Bell on the other side, 16-10, leading his team. As Toronto is actually going to, or sorry, Toronto, New York is going to pick up almost that entire hill, I believe. I don't think Dallas got in there. And they take an 80-point lead as a result of that. But Dallas is now set up for P3.
You know what's throwing me off about New York is on the map, they actually look purple. And normally I'm used to seeing them as yellow as their primary color. So it is kind of throwing me off a little bit. We do have a pretty big push going on right now in the backside of P3. I think this is actually going to be a pretty decent push for New York. They might actually be able to take it here, kind of catching Dallas off guard here.
Yep, we are going to see there was a spawns coming in from the back, but it looks like Dallas has recovered from the kind of weird spawn flip, as all of New York is now kind of flooding in through escalator area. But Recon's here clearing them out. He is going to catch one. He's going to catch a second, not the third. But Dallas is bringing it back.
You know, I don't care what anyone says. Hardpoint, hands down, one of my favorite game modes to watch.
Big Mac did spawn in Plaza, but he got caught out there while crossing through in the bank.
Right now, we do have New York SubPar in P4. They are digging in. They were able to, I guess, rotate early and capitalize on that a little bit of initiative there. However, we do right now have Woot working that backside of the spawn. And as I say that, he was taken out by Y4. Huge play, huge stop on that flank there. However, we do, I think, right now have T-Bell is at Seed with him as well. So we have T-Bell pushing the left side of that flank. Unfortunately for him, New York SubPar is dug in pretty decent there. He is able to contest that hard point. Very, very important for him at this point.
Yep, we are going to see... Well, all of New York is basically set up for the last 12 seconds of this. Dallas looks like it is giving it up. Although they are going to make a last-second challenge here, but New York is only going to be about 10 points away by the time this new point ticks over. And this is kind of difficult now for Dallas. They're kind of in an awkward position where you can't really afford to give anything up, because if you give up any... Like, if all 4 go down, it's over.
Yeah, especially with some of the spawns, you have to play perfect through this next rotation.
And Jurassic with an absolute dynamite kill there. Working in, sliding in. You did have, I believe that was Big Mac in the pretty decent position, was actually taken out by him. Oh, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. My apologies.
Yeah, but we
my
do have
brain's
Dallas.
kinda switched tonight. Sorry.
Yep, Dallas is holding on right now. They are actually putting up a solid defense, but there's no rotation that's coming from New York yet, so it doesn't look like they're actually going to give up too much right now. Just as I say that, actually, Yace is going on the flank. He is wrapped all the way around behind Dallas, and it doesn't look like any of them are really aware of this. T-Bell's just now going on the rotation.
Looks like you have a massive push from New York to P2. They are going to do their best to try to flip that spawn. And Dallas doing everything they can to hold on here. They were able to lock down P2, rotate early. Unfortunately, New York SubPar is moving in and clearing them out. And as I say that, the hard point does switch to New York's favor.
Yep, we do have the last few seconds are actually... Luden's going to get caught from behind on the hill, as everyone's kind of flooding in right now. But with Dallas going 2 down and spawning out, that is going to be the end of the map. Recon's not going to get there in time, and New York's going to take the first map, 250 to 206.
Well played, both teams there. Well played.
Yep, just at the end, it was... Yeah, they might have... I think Dallas might have left Like, I understand taking the rotation off of P4 to give up the last few seconds, but leaving it down to just 10 seconds at the end of that match kind of means they don't have too much available for them in terms of
And
giving up mistakes, especially on the P1 in a neutral, I guess, supposedly a neutral hard point.
you don't give yourself a lot of wiggle room there.
Because exactly like what happened. You get 4 go down, everyone spawns out, New York floods the hill, and it's over.
Yeah, it's
So
all.
with that, yep.
It's
Sorry,
hard
go
to it's hard to hold that hill, especially even from the front. Both teams getting caught on rotation. Both teams are ending up spawning in the back. So
Yep, it's like that last minute flank over by Yace probably won them in the game actually to get that last minute because everyone was flooding from the front and he went all the way around street and no one caught that. And he snuck it in. So that is going to be a 1-0 lead now for New York. And we will be right back with map 2. Well, welcome back, everybody. This is going to be map 2 between New York and Dallas in our blue division. Currently, we do have New York with the 1-0 lead as they took the Moscow hardpoint. So we will be heading into the Crossroads S&D very soon.
And I know for anyone watching, I do believe the A and B bomb site on our map is switched. Just, pretend that didn't happen. Codcaster glitch, no big deal.
I mean, if you didn't say it, maybe they wouldn't have noticed it either.
Oh, trust me, someone
Ooh.
would have noticed.
they always notice.
Chat hasn't exploded at us yet, so which means we're good at graphics. We'll go with that. Crossroads S&D, some people have said it's a good size. I think it's a bit small. I found so far, personally for me, it has been a little bit small in terms of, like, you leave spawn and you're in a gunfight. It's literally just that fast, but we're going to hop on board with Big Mac to start it off. Dallas is on the attack.
Oh, all zones captured.
Zones, but it says... Okay,
it's a new game mode. It's S&D control.
Gonna pull back up the map here for a minute.
All right, we are going to... Yeah, probably a rehost. Probably someone didn't load in, is my guess.
Yeah, most likely.
I mean, Black Ops has added some very nice features for us in terms of creating lobbies, stuff like that, because... what was it? There is that option now that doesn't allow the game to start until a certain number of players are in the lobby. That has been fantastic, given the amount of time that's needed to kind of load into the match. That's been a fantastic one. Not sure what else has been added actually, but that's the one that I remember the most, really. That's the important one to me. That's all I care about.
Not being able to switch your own teams is a little annoying. Hopefully they bring that back.
I'm sure if enough people complain, they'll bring it back.
So we're getting back into game here, it looks like.
But yeah, Crossroads S&D, main power positions, I'd say the catwalk rooms have been pretty core. There's almost always a gunfight going down one of those.
We do have some real choppy low frames on the stream at the moment. I'm looking.
That's because that should smooth out once we get into the game.
Oh, yep. There we go. We're good.
Yep. All right, so round 2. New York starting on defense, Dallas on the attack. We're going to have Big Mac heading towards the B bomb site. He's going to go straight through this section area and post up more on the top of the map. We do see most of Dallas is actually focused towards this side of the map. There's absolutely nobody sitting in the lakes area. That goes for both teams, actually, as well. Now you can see Siege on the mini-map. Number 1 and 3 are beginning to cheat towards that area, but wow, there hasn't been a gunfight yet.
There was some
Honestly,
shooting
I thought
at each
my
other.
game audio was too quiet, but it's literally just nothing's happening.
You do currently, it looks like you have, first blood of the match. Recon Elite takes out Lost Reactant. Looks like Big Mac might actually catch T-Bell. Nope, T-Bell actually responds in force, takes out his opponent there.
Yep, that is going to leave Vies alive in a 1v4. We have yet to see a 1v4 actually happen in the league so far, so we're going to see if he's going to be the very first one to pull this off. I think he sees T-Bell's gun.
Wow.
What a shot.
I don't know how he can see that.
What a nerd angle.
But he does succeed, and he actually picks up Siege as well, so it brings it down to a 1v2 right now, and he gets away with his life. He might actually know challenges Recon. He picks up Recon as well, and it's all down on 1v1.
Can
Jason
Y4 bring
Wooten.
it back?
With a bomb defuse too. But Wooden's actually right below, and Yace is actually going to check
Wooden's at
this.
the door. He's at. Can he get him?
And
He got him!
1v4.
What a play.
Wow.
Well done, Y4. Well done.
That just happened.
That was impressive. That was very impressive. Oh, here we can see each see his gun.
Yeah, look at this angle.
Look at that.
I mean, we're kind of cheating a little bit on X-ray there because we can see it, but wow. And then he wins every following gunfight. I thought Recon had him dead to rights because Recon is carrying the MP5 too. At this range, I thought this was all Recon.
All
Look
I know
at
is he
Yace,
better
look at
ice
his
his back
bar.
because he just carried his team there.
But wow. Well, there you go. First round in New York.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of a laggy stream right now, Mello.
I'm working on it.
It looks like you do have two of New York hanging back. It looks like Jurassic is the person with the bomb right now. New York not really pushing into either building in the middle there. Kind of surprised.
Oh, sorry, we are
Blind.
slight technical
Oh.
difficulties.
No worries.
Yeah, it goes black for us when you move out of the
Gotcha.
when you click out. Same as I think the problem that I had the other day. But it is going to be a 2v4 right now. New York down 2 members as Recon will go down to Big Mac, but Wooden will pick him up in response, and it's all just down to Jurassic sitting all the way in the back. That's a fantastic nade, actually, and almost wins the shots on the Wooden, but Wooden is going to pick him off, and he's going to have enough time to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, we do apologize for a little bit of a laggy stream. We are working on it. Actually, looks like it did smooth out a little bit.
Yep, but we are going to have Wooden here picking up the very last kill. The bomb was down. Jurassic just had to defend it, but then the challenge comes in, and down he goes. With just enough time, actually. I mean, well, he had about 12 seconds. 12 seconds.
We have Dallas on the attack. Looks like they're making a pretty aggressive push to the middle there. You have T-Bell holding that middle lane. Not a bad position to be in.
Yep, we're going to have Wooden taking shots. He is going to get away, and actually that Semtex takes out Lost Reactant. So down goes Lost Reactant. It's going to be first blood over to Dallas as they're pushing up towards this B bomb site area, but you can see that New York is set up to counter this. So I'd love to see a rotation here.
Our stream is getting pretty laggy. I'm not really sure what's going on. Please, anyone watching, be patient. We'll work it out. Sorry about that.
We may have to reduce Discord stream or something like that. We'll be figuring something out. But in the meantime, we do have the attack moving up. Dallas is down to about 30 seconds as T-Bow goes down, but Wooden will trade him out. So that's going to be 2 on the round right now for Wooden, who's actually on a 4 kill spree, carrying over from the last round. But it's a 3v2 right now. As it looks like Yace has spotted Siege. He is going to put some shots down and get away. But with 17 seconds to go, the team's got to start going. Dallas has to go. The trade's not going to be there. Yace actually pick up 1. The second player lined up for him. I don't know if Siege actually saw him. He is going to start planting the bomb. Big Mac really just has to check the bomb here, but he is actually going to cross down and then go around. So he will have to defuse the bomb as well as find the 2 players, but he is going to find 1. And is he going to challenge the second? He is going to find him, and Big Mac will pick up the 2-piece and get the defuse for the round win.
New York's theme in this game so far is coming in clutch.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we will be right back. We're gonna try to see if we can work out this lag issue a little bit.
I got it, hopefully. Gotta love these best plays where they're planting the bomb. It's weird as we're still getting great frames in game. I'm not sure what's going on.
You think it's an upload issue?
I'm not sure. We are still live and the game's going. Hopefully it's starting to get a little bit better for everybody.
It does look like it's gotten better. It's a little. Actually, it just got a lot worse.
It's
but
gonna
Big
be.
Mac will pick up first blood on Wooden. I mean, we'll keep casting, and then hopefully things will improve right now.
After this
but
map, we'll
Recon
get
is
it.
actually. Pardon?
After this map, we'll work on it.
Yep.
Actually,
well,
it looks
Recon,
like it is smoothing out.
Recon is going to go down. T-Bell's going to put some great shots in a lost reactant there to even it up. But it is going to be a 1v2 now. T-Bell versus 2, and he has to defuse the bomb. 30 seconds left on the clock. As well, he's got to find both these players right now. And he might be able to catch Jurassic here, depending on where Jurassic turns. But Yace is going to peek around this corner, and while T-Bell's not going to react in time. And that'll be a third round in favor of New York. Big Mac walk around, pick up Wooden, and then he's going to slide around and pick up a second player here. Recon is going to go down to him. Great plays out of the players, including Big Mac is subbing in. He is the 5th man, but their captain's out of commission today, so he's coming in. He's putting up some good numbers for his team. 5-3 with the defuse.
Bear with us while we see if we can try to work on the frame rate issue. We're not really sure what's going on.
Yep, we're gonna have Dallas out on attack right now as they are kind of moving into the middle of the map. I haven't seen either team really work towards that frozen lake side yet. Everyone's gone more for this mid-map control so far. It's been interesting. But yeah, we're gonna have Siege working up in this catwalk, this really important catwalk area. Recon's actually snuck all the way behind somebody, but he's not actually gonna pick him up. He will go down. That leaves a bomb down in the middle of the map. Actually, right now is you're gonna see all the arrows kind of moving into this area. Wooden's gonna pick off Jurassic, I believe that was, and then he's gonna get traded out himself. Last reactant goes down. It's now a 2v1 for Yace, who's already done a 1v2 today. See, he's gonna pick off a 1v4, excuse me, and he actually gets both of them just like that. Everyone's clutching up.
One of the things I love about S&D, you can always tell the teams that have players who are just made for search and destroy. And there are teams that is like their specialty.
Yeah, well, the clutch factor sure on New York side today. As well, that's a 1v2 out of Yace, a 1v4 and a 1v2 actually. Big Mac's picked up a 1v2 as well. So it's just like Dallas is picking up these early advantages. They just can't close it out, it looks like. But yep, we are going to have Siege moving up here. He is going to face Jurassic, and Jurassic will take him out, but then go down to his teammate in the process. Friendly fire is on, and a little too much, I guess, team shooting there, and both players trying to kill the same guy. We are going to see number 6, Big Mac, is going to make his way around towards Lakeside. He will pick off Wooden. And that's going to leave Recon in a position to sort of trade out. He does actually successfully trade out and baits one for T-Bell as well. And that leaves Lost Reactant now in a 1v2. So everyone's kind of taking their turn at this 1v2 business. As shots go down to Recon, he's not going to do it. And that'll be a bomb defuse now for Dallas in a second round.
I think it does look like we were able to work out some of the frame rate issues. Mello, for anyone watching, can you let them know what you did in case they have similar issues?
I turned down Discord. That's all I've done so far. I turned down the Discord stream for you guys.
I need to actually stop saying that because every time I say it, I'll look at the stream and it looks like it's smooth. I'll say, hey, it's gotten smooth, and then I'll look over again, the frames dropped.
Yeah. After this, I got a fix for it.
Okay.
Just can't do it mid-map.
Very unfortunate.
Yes.
So anyone just watching, again, be patient with us. The stream is a little bit laggy. Unfortunately, it is not something we can fix mid-match.
Yeah, but we're gonna have T-Bell kind of working this power position up here over by tires. Wooten has actually gone down and dropped the bomb in the middle of the map in the process.
Like
So
T-Bell
Dallas,
taking a couple of shots.
yep, Dallas is gonna have to kind of find a way to recover this one. As well, suddenly actually T-Bell's the last alive on his team, and he is gonna get caught from behind, and down he goes.
Looks like we're coming in on match point here. Match point, boys. Match point.
Map point right now for New York to take a 2-0 lead in the series. But yeah, we have, really the clutch factor is definitely coming into effect for New York.
Oh, that 4v1 round 1 was insane.
That really just set the tone for this entire map, honestly.
That one
Yace is
definitely is going to make
absolutely
the
leading
highlight
this
reel.
game. I mean, you look at New York side. You have Yace 11 kills, Big Mac 10 kills. They're just stepping up huge on S&D. As Big Mac's gonna find his 11th kill of the game. He's currently on a 4 spree actually, and Lost Reactant's gonna pick off Siege, and that's gonna leave T-Bell and Wooden in a 2v4.
Ooh,
As a
Lost
1v4,
Reaction
actually,
picking up
that's a
good
great
kill
shot
there.
there. Wooden now to save the map for his team in a 1v3, and he's not gonna do it. New York is gonna take a 6th round and the second map.
Hats off to New York there. They played really, really well. That clutch factor was real.
Yeah, Lost Reactant here picking up. He absolutely just rips T-Bell off of this head glitch. If you watch him pop up and just destroys his face.
Target acquisition was on point there. Look how quick he snapped. That was good shooting on his part.
Yep, and then picks up the final kill.
Looks like with that, we do have New York SubPar is up 2-0 against the Dallas Flat Tires. Stay tuned. We will be right back. We're going to fix a little bit on the stream and see if we can improve those frames. We do apologize.
Well, welcome back, people, to Garrison Map 3. This is going to be our first control map of the day. As we load in, we are going to have Dallas starting on the attack, actually, excuse me, as we have New York starting on defense.
Well, hopefully the fixes we put in place will help the stream a little bit, so you guys can kind of see what's going on.
Yep, we are going to have Big Mac moving up. Oh, the colors have switched. Ah, the bug is here. That's what caught me at the beginning. Yes, okay, so Big Mac is going to be pushing in over here. He picks up Siege in top, up in top green, although, okay, so New York is attacking. That's where
New
I got
York
confused.
orange, Dallas purple. Just got to keep repeating that in my head.
Yep.
Looks like you do have New York making a B push right now. They look like they are, I think they're 1 tick working on 2.
Yep, we are going to have, I mean, so personally, A has been nearly impossible to capture. It's just so hard to get over here, especially when the defense is fully set up. But we are going to see Dallas is going to get our second tick in at B. Contest is going to come in. Lost Reactant's going to pick up, going to go down. Excuse me, New York was getting progress in a B. I don't know why I said that. So Codcast is screwing with me too on multiple levels here. The Big Mac's going to pick up 1. He's not going to pick up a second player. The Cubby space does not make it. He does not be able to maneuver down there. As well, Yace is going to pick up 1 before getting traded out. It's going to be just 2 ticks, it looks like. I don't know how Jurassic won that gunfight, but he gets traded out by Recon immediately anyway. But we are going to have Big Mac set up. But with 30 seconds to go, New York has to go on this B point, essentially. Picking up this hill will actually extend the timer by a minute, and they kind of need that right now, considering there's only 18 seconds.
Oh, that was a good play by Big Mac there. Clearing it out, they might actually be able to secure B and buy themselves that much needed extra minute to try to cap A. Unfortunately, it looks like New York is going to have a little bit of an uphill battle here because, I mean, they are going to capture it, but they do still have to capture A, and it does look like, Dallas is going in, digging in A. It's going to be difficult for them to get out of this one.
Yep, this is actually, it's kind of weird because it looks like everyone's kind of flipped around here.
Jurassic was actually on that B point, or A point, I'm sorry, while the rest of his team was capturing. So
Yep. So A is going to get about half a tick in here, and they really actually are set up. Big Mac is here for a fantastic cutoff position, actually. You can see Recon moving through the middle of the map. He is going to take shots from the bridge, but New York has picked up a tick into A. So with a minute to go on the clock right now, but as I say that, the players do end up dropping. T-Bell and Wooden cleaning them up. And they're going to hold it to just a single tick right now. 50 seconds to go. New York is pushing. Yace is coming in the back, actually. He will get caught. So that's another, and Big Mac will also go down. So this is going to be a bit of a reset right now for New York, as they have time for maybe 2 pushes right now.
All I know is New York's gonna have to get a little aggressive here. They're slowly but surely running out of time.
Yep. I see Buster Elliott is in the chat, captain of New York, that is unfortunately unable to play today. Cheering on his boys. We are going to see New York footing inside into the point right now. In terms of lives, actually, we are running out of lives on both sides. New York has run out of lives, and Dallas only has 1 left. So with 18 seconds to go on the clock, they have to hold here or they will lose this round. As Big Mac is going to get pushed, he is going to pick him up. I believe he picked up Recon there. The contest is coming in, but that second point now into point A. And now all the players are going down. Big Mac is last man standing in a 1v3. 1v4, excuse me. He has to somehow finesse his way around this radar truck all the way between 4 different players, but the nades are going to fly his way. He has no trophy to protect him, and he is going to get pushed and dropped. And that's going to be first round to Dallas. But really, New York did a fantastic job there. They got 2 ticks in the A, and that's honestly better than what I've seen out of most people.
Whew.
As you have Wooden kind of finessing its way around this, going up and down and off the side here. But that was a great last push there by New York, actually. It could have come down a kill count. It could have they had a bunch of ways actually that they could have done it. As we reset the score very quickly so we can see the proper side map count. And we're going to see a big B push here off the start. It looks like everyone's kind of set up. Lost Reacting goes down to an 8 as Big Mac's going to push in vents.
Big Mac with a good kill there. I'm surprised he actually got that one.
Yep, well, it looks like Siege is trying to hunt him down. He hasn't found his way. He's going to find a Lost Reactant instead, and a Lost Will dropped him. So that's going to be no progress right now for Dallas. As Big Mac is actually pushing through the spawns. This is exactly what I'd like to see. He's actually got a 5 spree sitting in the back here, but this is exactly what I want to be seeing out of the defending side. Is once you get some kills down, you want to push out into the spawn, especially on Garrison.
For those of you that don't know, in Control, spawns don't move. You are stuck on your side. You can easily get spawn trapped.
I'm not a huge fan of that. Is that traditionally how Control works? Do they have moving spawns, or can you be?
That's how it's always been.
Gotcha.
I think that there are like 2. There is a backup spawn point, I think, if someone's blocking the spawn, but it seems to be very, very close to where the main spawn is. Like especially on Garrison, there's only, like, you look at the different spawn points where number 6 and 5 just spawned in is one, and then the building just to the top left of where they spawned in is the other spawn point.
You do have to remember that attackers can do that to defenders as well. If you can get past those points, you just push them all the way into their spawn. It's a 2-way street.
Yep, it works on both sides, especially for a map the size of Garrison too. You get 1 round of kills and start pushing the spawn. But you're, I guess, say Big Mac here with his 5 killing streaks sitting all the way around the back as he worked his way through their spawn. That's essentially what I want to see being played. That is how you want to play out Control. But New York is going to take that round.
All right, now New York goes into round 3 with a 2-0 advantage over Dallas. New York making things.
Map count, right? Map count. I can see Big Mac 18 and 8 leading his team. Wooden 15 and 12 leading his team. Lost Reaction's going to push up into green. He is going to pick up 1.
Good play by Lost Reaction.
There's actually an A push coming in actually out of New York. But honestly, the reinforcements from Dallas are just there so quickly. As you can see, all of them are spawning top left, and they're all here to counter this push. But someone is actually standing on the B point. I believe that's Jurassic. He is getting some time ticked into B. And it looks like they're going to secure at least one tick.
Got lost reactant though right now on a
8 spree.
an 8 kill streak. Holy smoke!
Oh,
And
just got
as I say that, yep,
After Kurtzen, he does end up dropping. But that is going to be second tick was started onto B. I believe the players all have fallen now, so this is going to be a bit of a reset coming in out of New York as Dallas does push up, get into those defensive positions, and they're getting ready for this. As Recon is making his way through the vents here, trying to see if he can come up behind somebody. Surprise! He is going to find one, almost lines up a second, but Yace is going to trade him out, and Wooten will drop him.
is that how you say his name? Yace?
That's what it is on Discord. That's what I've been going with.
We got the intermission music's playing right now, Mello.
This is off now.
Thanks for the heads up, raccoons.
Yep. Well, Big Mac is going to be looking over the B site right now, but with 24 seconds left, they have to make some movements right now onto this D point. They need to extend the clock somehow, but they just haven't been able to get the ticks in. Yace is moving up and pushing in towards the spawns to kind of clear the way for his team. But they haven't hopped on actually. There's nobody on the point, and the time's going to tick out, and it's T-Bell out of 5 kill spree to end it, and that's going to be round 3. Dallas is going to take it or go take a 2-1 lead. So you can see T-Bell picking up, I believe this was the beginning of the round, picking up a pair of kills into the green push and just cutting it off.
Can I touch on how much I hate color switching on the minimap so much more than the score switching in Modern Warfare? It messes with my head so much. Now, don't get me wrong, it's less confusing for people watching, and I love Cold War, but man, is that so much harder to deal with.
Yep, well, we are going to see, it does look like a kind of spread across the map right now coming in for Dallas. Lost Reactant has already dropped a player for first blood. But it's going to be who wins an attacking round first, because if Dallas wins this attacking round, they will take the map, but if it goes to round 5... actually, they will be on. Dallas will be on defense, so they will have the advantage going into the last round if it goes to round 5. Recon's making his way through bricks, but you can see Yace is also pushed up. Actually, excuse me, Lost Reactant is the one pushed up. As he's gonna find Recon off spawn, he's also gonna find Siege off spawn. Lost Reactant is just picking up kills everywhere and playing that forward position. He will get caught from behind though, and he is gonna go down.
Say what you will, New York is absolutely locking this down right now.
Yeah, they're just pushed up. They're finding all the kills. They have a 8 life lead already that they've built up out of this.
You got Y4 moving in that flank. Unfortunately, he was caught off guard. Is that Siege that got him? Sorry, the purple's a little hard to see on my screen there. Good shooting, Siege.
Yep, we're going to see Lost Reactant is going to make his way. He is not going to pick up that kill, actually, but it will get traded out regardless. But T-Bell's hopped onto the point. We do have 3 players from Dallas on this point.
2.1 seconds to go.
2.1 to go. They can't afford to go down at all as T-Bell's still picking up those forward kills. They're going to get a second tick right now. And we're going to see if they can get a third as well, as the counter push is coming in from New York. Someone's contesting the point behind
That was
T-Bell.
a big kill by T-Bell. That actually might have saved him the game.
That'll secure the round for them, and that's... Well, T-Bell's on a 5 kill spree. He's absolutely popping off right now at 20 and 13. But that's going to be point B going down. That just leaves A.
You do right now have New York SubPar dug in on point A. This is going to be very difficult for Dallas to get in.
Yep, I want to see, like, making the push. If Siege won that gunfight, he'd be able to walk in behind several of the players. So, like, this push coming in here out of Wooten right now, just getting behind the A side, A defense players. But I want to see
That was a good
coming
kill.
in. Actually, that was big. That was huge. Both Jurassic and Yace just went down, and that clears out the A point. As Recon's actually going to get picked off from the top. It leaves Wooten in the back here with just 8 respawns. The life lead has closed. It's now 8 to 11, but he's going to get pushed and go down. T-Bell's turning up to get in behind these players. He's going to find one. Might find Yace as well. He will. So just 2 players left on A, but T-Bell's going to play a cutoff man here. Right now, 13.4 seconds to go. Woon is on the hill. And they are slowly picking up some time right now into A. But that first tick, all the ticks have to come through. This likely will come down to lives or time. I don't think Dallas is actually gonna they'll be able to cap this before everything happens.
That was a good kill by Y4. Is it Yacey, right?
Yeah, I've called him Yace.
I like Y4.
Lost reaction just kind of flies in behind Wooten, I think, and that should be it. I don't think Dallas is gonna get back over here in time before 7 seconds take down, because you got to push this top green into player setup on the tank. And that's going to be it. 1 second to go, and Recon's not going to make it there in time. New York takes it. We're going to a round 5. You're going to see T-Bell just absolutely popping off on this best play as he picks up, I think, 4 probably on this kill cam. As he's playing that forward position, letting his players get in there.
T-Bell brought them back in at that last round. He was playing that cutoff man, getting the kills. It could have been a slaughter had he not got into that position.
No, that was absolutely critical. Everything that he did. Plus, with 2 seconds on the clock, he needed to do that. Well, that was absolutely necessary for him to do. We're all gonna see
picking up first blood.
Yep, we are gonna see T-Bell pushed up in the middle of the map right now, as they are on the defense side. There's favored as Recon's gonna face 2 actually here, pick up both of them before getting tagged from behind. That barrel right there on search and destroy is a nightmare. Always remember to blow that up. It's quite costly, but we're gonna see. Yep, T-Bell is currently pushed up, it looks like, and he is gonna be finding all these guys coming out of the spawn before getting tagged down himself. But that's gonna be. It looks like Siege is getting some time in. Oh, actually, excuse me, Dallas is actually on the attack. So I believe it was kill. I believe kill count is the deciding factor for round 5. I don't know exactly. But this is actually huge for New York then, as T-Bell is literally got his backpack out right now, picking up all the big plays. But Big Mac is gonna start pushing towards the spawn. He is not gonna pick up Recon. Recon's gonna find him, as Jurassic will also get tagged down by T-Bell. And this is 30 seconds to go. Dallas has to start moving, as Lost Reactant's gonna go right up the middle into the spawn. Ace is going to drop 1 player. He's looking out here for another. Will go down. But with the time ticking off the clock, this might be it for Dallas with 15, with a life lead too, actually. But they just can't get to the hill in time. Right as I say that, actually, Wooden just slides in and gets some huge time there. With just 6 seconds to go, 5. That is likely going to be it. It doesn't look like. Oh, actually, T-Bell here saving his team again.
T-Bell coming in clutch.
It's only a matter of time, though, probably before they find him. But with it contested, his team needs to get here. They're all just getting cut off right now. I don't. They have to know what's in here. Oh, there he goes, finally. But the rest of his team's just getting cut off with number 2.
Oh, I thought it was going to stop at 0.1 seconds.
Nah, somebody was in the spawn. That's a 3rd round to New York, and that's a 3rd map. New York will take it with a straight 3-0. This Big Mac picks up a great 3-piece here on the kill cam.
I think was it T-Bell that kind of kept him in the game.
T-Bell kept him in every round almost.
Yeah, T-Bell, that play of the game there, saving it for his team.
Yep. Well, that is gonna be that is the 3rd map going in favor of New York. They do take the series 3-0. Any points you want to highlight from this match?
New York was just, especially in that control, they were sending people through to spawn more often, and that comes in clutch and control.
Yeah, especially on a map like Garrison, especially that we've seen so far, is just being able to push the spawn. And with the size, I guess, of Garrison too, it's definitely much easier to do that and get all those important cutoffs.
Yeah. So Garrison, the search and destroy on Crossroads. It's so hard to know exactly what happened. It all happened so fast. But the clutches coming through from New York, the 4v1 by Yace. I think someone else had a 2v1. Those were big time plays that really can help swing. Even if you're down a round or two, you get a 4v1, you're riding high. You're feeling it. The whole team is.
Yep, that was pretty fantastic. Honestly, that entire S&D round, just one clutch after another. And the hard point too was just very well fought over. But New York really just coming out ahead on all three. I mean, it was closer than the score looks like. It was a 3-0, but you had a 3-2 on the control. You had a 6-4, I believe, in the S&D, and then a 250 to somewhere around a 210. So overall, it was very close, but it is going to be New York edging out Dallas in all three maps and take the 3-0 sweep. So I believe we are going to cut to a short break. We do have Silver Division match coming up shortly. We have Old Guys LA versus the New York SubPar. So stay
Two New
tuned
York
for
teams
that.
playing tonight, huh?
Yep.
Yep, well, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.